Hello and welcome back to part 2, where we will talk about the main event matches of Night of Champions.
Woohoo!
So there are the 2 world title matches, and then there is the one more match that there is going on this, which is a very exciting one. So let's talk about the world title matches first.
Alright.
Alright, so the first one we're going to talk about is Randy Orton versus Mark Henry.
Alright.
World Heavyweight Championship. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. They're really giving Henry a big push right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if they can legitimately give him the title this pay-per-view, considering they've got another pay-per-view coming up 2 weeks from now. They're gonna drag it out, I think. I'm not sure exactly. It's a normal match, right?
It's a
normal
singles match.
Okay. I'm guessing there might be some kind of disqualification or something like that. Yeah, I don't see this match ending correctly. I don't see it ending with Orton coming out on top or Henry coming out on top at this point. I'm really not sure. Because I think if Orton wins it clean now, it'll just end the momentum that Henry has. And if Henry wins it right now, well, I don't know if they can do that so quickly. I think they need to heat it up a little bit first, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, you said exactly everything I was going to say.
All right.
I do not expect, in my opinion, this match is going to have a non-finish.
Yeah.
Whether it be a disqualification on someone's part, or I would be surprised if we saw a double disqualification or a double count out.
Yeah, Randy doing something.
Or they do something on the outside, and even, Henry just, decimates Orton on something, and then Henry just, stands over him, and they just both get counted out.
Yeah, I could see that.
I just don't think you're going to see a pinfall or this.
And I don't see the match being too technically driven. It's Mark Henry, so it's probably going to be a quick, kind of brutal match. Not a lot of wrestling going on.
That's why I think I'm also going with the non-finish double count out, double DQ. It's probably going to be 8 minutes.
Yeah.
At top, it'd be this is like an 8-minute match. They're not going to drag it out to. I don't think you drag it out to 10.
No. If it does in fact end in a count out or a disqualification, I don't see them dragging it out for that long. It's going to be a short match.
Plus, if they are having it end in a count out or disqualification, plays in the next pay-per-view, because next pay-per-view is Hell in a Cell. So you have this match end in a count out or disqualification, and then their next match is a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere.
They can't, no count-outs, no disqualifications. It plays perfectly into that.
Yeah.
Builds towards that pay-per-view. And then I think that's where you could have Henry go over Orton.
I think so. I think that's what they want to do. I think Henry will eventually go over. Otherwise, I don't think they give him this much of a push. But
giving Henry this much of a push so late in his career, I feel like this is his thank you for all you've done for us. We're going to give you a small run with the title.
Yeah, it's overdue, I think. So it'll be a short reign. Yeah. I don't think it'll last.
I think that's why I think they might do it at a Night of Champions, or not Night of Champions, Hell in a Cell, because Vengeance is 3 weeks after that.
Yeah.
And then if they want to keep it on him at Vengeance, then they'll just stretch out to Survivor Series. But I don't see Henry having the title past Survivor Series.
No, he really doesn't have enough charisma to hold it for that long.
Oh, he's a monster. He's not the.
He's a monster, but I feel like SmackDown's floundering. They need a good heel. I mean, Henry serves as that, but they need someone good on the mic too.
Yeah. And
they don't really have that right now. So.
Yeah. So I think we're both in agreement here. We're going with non-finish.
Non-finish.
DQ. Something. There's not going to be a legit winner in this one.
No.
So now we're going to go on to Cena versus Del Rio.
Ooh, Del Rio. Correct.
And
don't forget Rodriguez.
Ricardo Rodriguez.
Ricardo.
I love Ricardo.
Everyone does.
Ricardo is
for
me. Ricardo is what makes Del Rio for me.
Exactly.
If he didn't have Ricardo, he would just be oh look, it's Latino JBL.
Exactly. I'm not I'm not 110% sure where this match is going to go, actually. I know Cena's going to win the title at some point, but I don't know if they're going to use heel tactics to let Del Rio hold on to the title for a couple of pay-per-views or not. That's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, here's the thing with this one. First of all, I would say I'm not 100% certain Cena's going to may or may not have the title, because depending on what they decide to do with The Rock.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because The Rock is confirmed he will be at Survivor Series.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to probably do at least one Raw before then.
Okay.
Now there's talk that, there's a mixture of talk about he's definitely going to work an angle with Cena at Survivor Series.
All right.
Rumors that there's talk where the E is trying to see if he might have a match at Survivor Series. But that's another topic for another day, what The Rock will be doing. But basically, at the moment, I just really don't know if Cena is in the incredibly long-term title picture, because like I said, I still don't believe that it's in their best interest to make WrestleMania 28 be the title.
No, I agree with that completely. If he does get the title, it's not going to be a long run. Maybe The Rock will have something to do with him losing the title if he gets it back. But
could be something they could do. We could toss him the title at Survivor Series.
Yeah, and then it'd be a little more heated at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because they would need something to, I assume, to reheat the feud for a while.
I just don't know who's gonna come out on top of this match, to be quite honest.
And this one, I think I can safely say Del Rio.
I think he's gonna hold it for at least until the next pay-per-view, but at this point, I don't really care that much about this feud.
Del Rio versus Cena is definitely the B feud on Raw.
Exactly.
It's been overshadowed by Punk Punk and Punk Nash and that entire thing the whole way. It just doesn't really have a lot of heat going into it.
No, it really doesn't.
I mean, it's refreshing to see Cena fighting this is very unprofessional of me, but
a new guy.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see Cena fighting a new heel.
Yeah. But there wasn't a lot of motive behind it aside from I need to get back into the title.
Yeah, it was pretty much Cena's I'm looking for the title, which granted, any feud really you could just explain away by he wants the title.
But really, there's not a lot going on behind this aside from heel kind of funny antics from Ricardo and Del Rio. So hopefully they come out on top. That's who I'm rooting for, but at this point it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I'm going to take Del Rio in this.
I don't think either one will lose momentum at this point.
How much momentum do you think both have to lose?
Exactly. That's what I mean. No one really cares at this point, so not a big deal.
Probably, I think with this match, it's going to be some heel shenanigans.
Yeah, there'll probably be some interference by Ricardo, and then he'll get kicked out or something.
Mainly because Del Rio's finisher is a submission, and Cena's not going to tap.
Never.
So they got to come up with ways for Del Rio to beat Cena, other than his cross-arm breaker. So there'll be some heel shenanigans. All right.
Moving on.
So on to the main event. What I believe is going to be the main event of the show.
Yeah,
this is
for sure.
Considering they invested the most time in this feud on both Raw and SmackDown.
40-minute promos every Raw.
20 minutes.
Well, okay, wait. They have one in the beginning.
And 20 minutes at the beginning, 20 minutes at the end.
So all in all, 40 minutes.
H is very proud of this. I'm not even
star on Raw again.
I'm not even really wrestling much anymore, and I still get to go and cut 20-minute promos. Yeah.
So we've got the whole angle between Punk, Triple H, and Nash. Obviously, Nash is not going to stay, away from the WWE. Maybe he'll stay fired.
Right.
But he's definitely going to play a hand in this match. It's no DQ. It's just inevitable. Nash will help Triple H win.
Oh yeah, I think the big thing about it, I guess we didn't lay out all the steps for this. It's the Punk H, no DQ. If H loses, he's forced to resign to COO.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's the kicker.
Yeah.
I could still see scenarios where H could lose.
Yeah.
They'd have to have someone set to come in, though, to take that COO role, who would have to be impactful.
Yeah.
If they just did like, oh, H lost, okay, now John Laurinaitis is going to be there. It's like, no, I don't think.
No, thanks.
I think Johnny Ace as an on-screen character is not at all too enthusiastic or exciting to watch.
Let's think about Johnny Ace. Do you think he's going to play a role in this match?
Yes.
You think so?
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a potential where, Johnny Ace was trying to interfere in some respect to try and have H lose. Although that would, you gotta look at this match, and in my opinion, the match should be to put Punk over, even if he doesn't win.
Yeah.
They need to have something coming out of here where Punk has something to go forward on.
Yeah, exactly. They need to keep the momentum going.
You can't have it become something where it becomes Johnny Ace and Kevin Nash versus Triple H.
Yeah, it won't be a clean ending.
You need to keep it CM Punk at the focus.
Yeah, I agree with that. It'll be controversial.
Yeah, there'll be something. Whether it be Punk. Actually, I read a very entertaining thing where they said, like, Punk and Nash and Laurinaitis come down and take out H, and then they're like, telling Punk to pin him, and Punk pulls. He realizes that there's this that they have ulterior motives, so he pulls like the unconscious H on top of him and gets himself pinned. Stuff like that. That'd be funny.
That could be fun.
I read that somewhere online.
That would be interesting.
That was entertaining. But
I personally think H is gonna come out on top, not by a clean pinfall.
Yeah, I think Nash is going to get involved with this.
Yes.
It's inevitable because they really sold him being fired.
Oh, yeah.
They continuously mentioned, oh, Kevin Nash is fired.
Yeah,
Kevin Nash is fired.
They don't want us to forget future endeavored.
Yeah. So.
Could we see a triple threat angle at some point? Is that in the line?
Because the thing is they said this was originally supposed to be Punk Nash, and then Punk and Nash they took that part because Nash didn't pass physical. But then they're saying that Nash will be fine to go in a while.
Okay.
Like he'll be good to go, and Punk Nash might still happen. So they could.
Well.
Hell in a cell. I don't know. I just think that. With that stipulation, and I just don't think that they have a clearly laid out groundwork for if Triple H lost this match, who would come in and take his place.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have Triple H win. CM Punk is going to get screwed somehow.
Yeah.
Probably Kevin Nash. They'll do the easy thing. Nash will come back and just jackknife Punk. Or I can see where they could kind of do it where Nash is completely on his own. Where I can see him jackknifing Punk.
Or both of them.
And actually, I see him jackknifing both of them. Actually, what I would love to see, this would be entertaining, if he jackknifed Punk and then he jackknifed H on top of Punk.
Yeah.
Which would be the pinfall.
I could see that.
That would be hilarious.
Think that would be a good finish. That would be a good setup for future feuds. So, we'll see where they take it.
Yeah. Actually, I would love... You know what? If they use that finish... I'll be ecstatic, and it came from me. Or they do it the other way, where they jackknife Punk on top of H.
Yeah.
If it ends with someone getting jackknifed on the other guy for the pinfall,
ooh.
I'm looking for some money in this.
All right.
Just,
we'll see.
I'll take $50,000 for the idea. I'm modest.
I'll take 25.
Yeah. I'll give you a cut of that.
All right. Yes.
All right, well, so there we go. That's our prediction for Night of Champions. I guess to recap quickly, I'm going with Miz and Truth.
Yeah.
I'm going with Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm going with Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
I'm going with Alex Riley.
I'm going with Swagger.
And then I'm going with the non-finish in the Orton-Henry match.
Agreed.
I'm going with Del Rio.
Yes.
And I'm going to go with H.
All right.
So
well, not too much controversy.
We agree on everything except for one.
Yes.
So
we shall see what happens. So.
Which means that there'll be swerves everywhere.
Swerves! Can't avoid them. I look forward to it, WWE.
Natalia will walk out the Divas champion.
Hey!
What?
I wouldn't be too sore about that. So.
Or they'll bring in someone random. It's like, oh yeah, by the way,
Karma's back.
Karma, with baby.
With baby in hand. She will be the Divas champion.
That'll be her gimmick. She'll come out with her baby or.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna get really off topic really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Not that we don't already, so we're gonna call it here. So, I guess we'll be back sometime next week with a recap of Night of Champions, and we'll give you our thoughts on how the actual pay-per-view went. So,
Alright.
till then, take care.